Video 5. Mindset. My name is Sana. I'm 22 years old, live in London. I started and run 3 businesses. I'm a final year dental student, and I've had a crazy physique transformation. Now, this whole series is about self-development and how you can become the best version of yourself in every aspect of your life. It's impossible to do this without having somewhat of the correct mindset. So today is mindset hacks, because essentially that is all you really have. So I'm going to start this off by asking a question. Who are you when you are alone? What are your thoughts and what are your actions? This tells me everything I need to know about you and tells you the same thing about yourself. If you are having positive thoughts when you're by yourself, when you're alone, to me, you're a happy person and you're likely to make better decisions on average. Okay? It's easy to make better decisions or to feel good when we're surrounded by people. Of course, they're going to make us feel better when we're surrounded by friends or family or whatever. But are we able to make the same decisions, the same hard, difficult, brave decisions when we are by ourselves? That's the real question. When no one is watching you, what are you doing? I'll give you examples of this. If you want to lose weight, no one's in your kitchen with you, no one's at home, you could easily go get a snack. But if that's not part of your diet plan, or if that's not something you should be doing, no one's there to catch you up. You can sneak the snack in. You could do that daily. You could do it 5 times a day. No one's going to know but you. But it will show in the results eventually, right? In the same way, if you're studying, you can say you studied 5 hours to whoever you want. But the truth is, have you? When you were sitting in the room alone, have you studied 5 hours? You will eventually see that, and everyone will eventually see that via results. But only you can be true to yourself. And that's when you really want to ask yourself, do I want this? Do I want to win? Do I want to achieve whatever that goal is? There are ways to make yourself better in this frame of mind. Some people like to think of competition. Some people like to envision, honestly, they might envision someone already. They might have someone they're competing against, say that's in a fight, or maybe just like a good friendly rivalry of some sort in academics or whatever it is. Some people have an imaginary opponent, and some people compare to the past version of themselves. All of them are healthy, some are better than others, but if it gets the job done, then I'm all for it. What this competition does is it keeps you real. And if you're real and true to yourself, then you will start to make the right decisions. If you said you're not going to drink for 30 days, comes to day 15, tempted, it's right in front of you. Maybe you're at home alone. Only you are going to know. So therefore, if you can get through those 30 days without anyone else affecting your mind, if you are strong enough to do it mentally, then you'll be able to take that habit into a stronger habit. So for example, not drinking for 30 days. To some people that's super easy, some people super hard. To me, that would be super easy, right? And then I can make that to a harder habit. Say it was to study 6 hours a day. That's not easy. I don't exactly want to do it. But if I can build up that consistency, if I've got that mindset, it will eventually translate and grow stronger. And that's the aim of this, right? You start small, but you can dream as big as you want. That's why Jordan Peterson always says, just make your bed in the morning. That's the first thing you got to do, is just make your bed. As simple as that. Can you do that for 30 days? Most people can't. It's the truth. But it's something so simple, so you need to build that consistency. Now, mindset can be applied to so many other things. If you're going to go into a fight, or it's some kind of physical challenge, like say you're in the gym, or it's a competition of some sort, or you're playing some sport, right? It's you versus you at the end of the day. Are you going to push yourself that extra mile? Only you will know, and there is only so much you can on that day. But if you keep pushing, you keep trying, then eventually you're going to be breaking barriers you didn't even realize you had. That's the point. Get it out of the comfort zone and be brave. Now I'll give you a trick that I've used throughout my life to overcome this kind of stuff. First of all, the 3-2-1 hack. Am I going to do this? 3, 2, 1, yes, but I'm going to do it. You take 3 seconds and you don't want to overthink it. Something one of my friends taught me about 2 years ago is to start thinking with an irrational mind. Stop thinking of everything so rationally. Some things don't need to be rational. Just do it. Stop thinking. Thinking can be so detrimental in so many ways. Stop overthinking things and just do it. You know it's good, do it. Boom. Because what you don't want to have is that regret later on. Say it's someone you wanted to go speak to, or some kind of social experiment or something. right? You don't want to have regret in any way. That's the worst thing you can have, because we want peace of mind. So if you have a decision, you either say yes or no, but you don't want to be stuck in, oh, should I have said yes? Should I have said no? No, it doesn't need to be like that. There will be that uncertainty, and sometimes you have that, but you want to minimize this, because then you have that peace of mind and you should be okay with whatever decision you made. And if eventually you don't feel okay with that, the next time, make a better decision. But don't keep making the same mistake over and over again. That's not going to help you. And the hard thing to do is to realize when you're doing this. If you've set yourself a goal and you clearly aren't achieving it and you keep going back and back and back, you need to either set a different goal or try harder. You need to change something, is what I'm trying to say. Because the goal isn't going to get there without changing. Whatever you've tried now doesn't work. That goal could be so many things: weight loss, it could be muscle gain, whatever it is. At the end of the day, you don't think, oh, this didn't work, I give up. Again, mindset hack. You think, this didn't work, let's try another route. It's definitely possible to get there. I just need to find the route that works for me, because not all the same routes work for everyone else. I'm going to find the one that works for me. It's that simple. The mindset hack you need to have is, I'm going to win. In fact, I've already won. That's how you sometimes got to think. I've already won. I already have everything I need. It's an abundance mindset. I have it all. So therefore, what is going to happen doesn't matter to me as much as it was before. If you think from a place of I have it, then you don't need it. The way you act changes. You exude more confidence. You are less stressed. It's hard to apply that to certain things. I completely understand, like exams and stuff like that. But you can definitely try. At the end of the day, the things that matter are, do you have food? Do you have shelter? Do you have water? And down that whole route, which I talk about in most of my videos. Yes, exams going left and right can affect things like that on a longer term scale. But we need to understand one thing: effort. We need to put in 100% effort. And if you've done that, you've got to accept whatever the result is. Because if you can't do more, what are you going to change exactly? You can't do more. All you can change is what you did. And sometimes you tried everything. But I don't believe in this. I think there's always more things you can do, right? So the point of this is to understand, how can I change what's in here going forward? Because whatever's up here is going to affect my actions, and my actions are going to affect my results. Whether that's confidence, whether that's consistency, discipline, whatever that is, it all starts from the mindset. And I realized this from the meditation. So I talked about meditation a couple of videos ago. Meditation really helps you understand things. And when you meditate, it's just you and yourself. And what I find so interesting is I start pondering through all of the experience I had in that day, maybe older experiences, memories even. I start to think about them sometimes. And yes, the goal of meditation is, we're not trying to think, we're just trying to be. Or we're just observing what happens. And sometimes that's thinking, right? And I start to think about all these scenarios, and I actually eventually come to peace with most things. And I feel like it's something not everyone, I should be doing, first of all. And yes, everyone should also be doing, is coming to peace with events and circumstances. Because then you have more space in your head for new things to happen, right? There is a book I'm reading, which might be around me, I'm not sure right now, but it's called The Art of Living and Dying by Osho. And one thing he says, and this is a chapter that I'm still yet to fully understand and comprehend, is in Buddhism, Buddha says, there is thinking, but there is no thinker. There is walking, but there's no walker. There is no I. And it's removing this element of I. He says that's just part of the language. That's where it's been created, the idea of self. And he explains this through science as well, and the link between science and the concept of no self. So no substance and no self. Very hard concepts to grasp. And I could try and explain it here, but it's better if you go read the book and experience it for yourself. I find these things quite interesting. And it makes me want to ask you the same question I did at the beginning of the video. Who are you when you're by yourself? What are your thoughts and what are your actions? Because this is going to define where you're going to get to. It's as simple as that. Over my experience in this life, some of the greatest things I've learned from other people, especially my friends, is we could do the same thing, but we can have a different opinion about it. You can both go to the gym, or we can both do, let's say, a 30-minute run or something. And I could feel, let's say, 6 out of 10. I thought that was a decent run. The other person could feel like it's a 9 out of 10 run. We did the same run at the same intensity. Sure, we have different bodies or whatever. But I started to think about this and I was like, wait, you can kind of be deluded to some extent and view the same thing, but with an even better light. And why would you not? Why would you not be delusionally happy? Why would you? I felt another thing from a book I read. You don't need a reason to be sad. So therefore, you don't need a reason to be happy. You just be happy. You don't need a reason for it. And it's the same concept is, I'd rather be delusional in a positive light because that's going to help me in every way, shape, and form, right? Even if it's a mediocre thing, I don't want to view it like, wow, it's amazing. Even if there's no reason to smile, I still want to smile because these things are going to help. It brings positivity, brings good energy, and there's so many ways to describe the same thing I've just said. Okay, so coming back to your life, you have a goal. First of all, are you achieving it? Because most people won't be. Now you're achieving your goal. Are you doing it in a time frame that you'd like? Okay, great. Then, okay, what's the progression to the eventual big goal? Because what we're doing is there's a path. You're trying to push yourself down. You don't know the exact path, but there's a destination you want to get to. For some people, it's passing exams, losing weight, whatever it is. There's a destination you want to get to, and you should definitely have this idea in your head. What you're doing is trying to find the path, but what you're always doing is move forward, hopefully, but you're moving. Because if you're not moving, if you're not taking action, you're stuck in the same spot, and there's no way you're going to get to the destination. What's the point? Right? And that's the beauty of this. There's discovery. There's the journey of life, right? You are understanding what works, what doesn't. You're understanding yourself. And I really use that term with caution now because of the book I'm reading. I haven't fully understood the no self thing. But if you want to achieve your goals, evaluate yourself, think, is it working, is it not? Question yourself on what you do when you're by yourself. Okay, then question your mindset. Optimism is going to help you get there. Be delusionally happy. Optimism is going to help you get there. As always, take action, and I will see you at the next one.